Investor Errol Elsdon's urgent bid to freeze nearly 40% of Nkosana Makate's multi-million-rand payout from Vodacom has been dismissed. The South African High Court has ruled that the application brought on behalf of the deregistered BlackRock Mining was not urgent and lacked evidence that Makate intended to squander the funds. BlackRock, which funded part of Makate's early legal fight over the "please call me" idea, claimed entitlement to a large share of the payout, but acting Judge Don Mahone found no grounds for interim relief, clearing the way for Makate to access the full amount. The application has been dismissed with costs against BlackRock Mining. South Africa's vehicle and component manufacturers say they have just one Christmas wish: policy certainty. Despite booming new vehicle sales, local manufacturers are rapidly losing ground to low-priced imports from India and China. Industry leaders have warned that the government's current automotive policy framework is failing, with production, employment and local content all in decline. And the shift to electric vehicles is lagging dangerously behind global deadlines. This has prompted manufacturers to call for urgent action. They want higher import duties, tighter rules on semi-built vehicles, and stronger incentives to support EV investment. Without swift intervention, they say the future of South Africa's motor industry is at risk. A stronger second half has helped Spar lift its full-year earnings and slash its debt by 40%. That's amid an exit from its operations in Switzerland and Poland, but the retailer has again held back on declaring a dividend. Spar says it's prioritizing restoring its balance sheet to sustainable levels, and looking ahead, the grocer says it's entering 2026 with greater financial resilience and a renewed focus on margins, stability and disciplined cost management. Packaging giant Nampak says it's seeing strong growth opportunities at its Angolan beverage can business. That's as its turnaround gathers pace. Now, this comes as the company published full-year results. For the 12 months to end September, the group halved its net debt and reversed 351 million rand in impairments, thanks to a sharp improvement at its operations in the Southern African nation, while headline earnings more than tripled. Despite the strong performance, no dividend has been declared as the company focuses on strengthening its balance sheet. Absa says 2025 is broadly tracking expectations, with mid-single-digit revenue growth and stronger gains in non-interest income. Loan growth is improving, credit impairments are falling, and the bank expects its return on equity to rise around 15%, with headline earnings up in the low double digits. The group's core equity Tier 1 ratio is set to end the year at the top of its target range, and it plans to maintain a 55% dividend payout. Looking to 2026, Absa expects a firmer GDP growth across its markets, lower credit losses, and a return on equity of about 16%, with a medium-term goal of reaching as high as 19%. Italtile has managed to lift system-wide sales by 1.2% in the first 5 months to end November, and that's despite trading conditions remaining extremely tough. The group says low-cost imports and aggressive competition continue to squeeze margins. Italtile has warned that this, along with weak building activity, will keep pressure on the business for the rest of its financial year. Capitec has signed a binding agreement to acquire fintech player WalletDoc. The deal carries a price tag of up to 400 million rand. WalletDoc provides online and in-app payment solutions, instant EFT and real-time payouts. Capitec says the deal will help lower payment costs and expand access to digital financial services as it pushes to build a more inclusive payments ecosystem. In the meantime, Capitec has weighed in on trends from Black Friday. The bank says its customers nearly tripled their spending at Chinese online retailer Shein, and overall online spending jumped 43%. This reflects a shift toward e-commerce for convenience, better deals, and a wider product selection. But despite this, Capitec also noted that in-store shopping remained strong, with physical retail sales up 11%, led by ShopRite, Spar, and Checkers. And Africa Bitcoin Corporation has appointed renowned economist and author Dr. Safieddine Amoos as its Bitcoin strategic advisor. The writer of the Bitcoin Standard will provide high-level economic and treasury insights as the company expands its Africa-focused Bitcoin strategy. The role is advisory only, with no executive powers. The company says Amoos's expertise will help shape its efforts to use Bitcoin-based treasury principles to